When did I realize my best friend sided with the enemy? When I got to school on a Monday morning in the middle of March, I was immediately hit with whispers and stares. I ducked my head with a frown and hurried down the hall to my locker. The whispers followed me, and it felt like every person was staring at me. I was about to open my locker when my best friend, Arya, walked by. I grabbed her hand and pulled her to the side, but she yanked out of my grasp and shot me a dirty look. I was surprised at her sudden attitude, but decided to ignore it for now. What is going on? I whispered. Why is everyone looking at me and whispering? Arya raised an eyebrow. Why don't you tell me? She snapped. After all, it's all over the school and makes so much sense. She laughed in a hollow tone. For the record, you can have him. She turned to leave, but I grabbed her arm again. Have who? I demanded harshly. What are you talking about? Anxiety rose inside me and my hands began to shake and sweat as I stared at her. She sneered. I'm talking about you sleeping with my boyfriend, she snapped. Kiara has been telling everyone how she caught the two of you. My blood ran cold and I released her in shock. Kiara has been my rival since we were 4 years old and thrown into a playpen together at daycare. She decided to have to compete with me for everything. Then she became angry and sullen as time went on, and instead of trying to compete with me, she tried destroying my life and making me miserable. She became my biggest bully and often spread rumors about me. But this rumor that Arya just told me is insane. And the fact that Arya could believe I'd be capable of something so evil? I definitely didn't do that, I said, trying to reason with my best friend. She shrugged. I have to go. She hurried away before I could protest. The rest of the day was full of ignoring questions from the students and trying to hide in the restroom during lunch break. Arya didn't try to find me at all, and I even caught her standing with Kiara and her posse, giggling at something one of the girls said. It was like a slap in the face to see my best friend switching sides like that. Everything came to a grinding halt after school, though. I was on my way toward the football field, which was behind the school, because that was how I got home, by cutting through the woods beyond the football field. That was when I saw the two people I didn't want to see again, Arya and Kiara, standing together with arms folded across their chests, a united front. My heart raced in my chest as I stepped toward them. What's going on? I asked carefully. Kiara smirked at me as she cracked her knuckles. We're here to teach you a lesson about going after people's boyfriends, Kiara said. I blinked at her. You know that rumor isn't true, I snarled. Admit it to Arya. Kiara grinned a nasty grin. She knows, but you need to know who's boss in this school. Newsflash, it isn't you. She nodded to Arya. I glanced at my best friend and waited to see what she would do. She wouldn't seriously hurt me, would she? After everything we've been through together. I got my answer when she swung her fist at me, punching me in the jaw. I cried out in pain, falling on the ground. I let out a string of curses as I struggled back to my feet. I glared at Arya. How could you? I demanded. My words were a little warbled because my lip was swelling up. Arya shrugged and refused to meet my eyes. You're always so perfect, she whispered. I hate that. I shook my head. You just assaulted me, I said coldly. You're lucky if I don't press charges. I turned and marched back to the school. Arya followed behind, calling my name and begging me to stop while Kiara was smart and took off running. I got to the principal's office and barged through the closed door without knocking. The principal glanced up, startled. Arya shoved me to the side and took a step forward. Don't believe a word she says, Arya said quickly. She's lying to get me in trouble when I did nothing wrong. I gaped at her in surprise before laughing and wincing in pain. This bruise on my jaw is proof enough, I snapped. Then I explained the situation to the principal, dropping Kiara's name in the story as well. His face grew red with anger as he stared at Arya. Arya and Kiara were both suspended for a week for bullying me, but my friendship with Arya was ruined forever.